I just can't break through, can't make it to the next level. What's going on? I'll tell you, it's because you have a lot of structure and it's not the reasons that you think it is. I'm Quajo. Hi， 我是一种语言教练，可以说中文教练吧。反正我可以教你如何有效去学习中文。Can you build a house? I can't build a house. I'm not a carpenter. I don't know jack about building houses. But what I do know is if you want to build a good house, you got to have a good blueprint. And you probably should hire somebody to do it for you. Where I'm going with this is that I've seen some really good houses that made me envious, quite better than my own little house here in Mexico. And you know what? Good housing takes planning. You're Chinese takes planning. So I looked up the definition of structure, and it turns out that structure means the arrangement of and relations between parts or elements of something complex. To learn Mandarin, you're gonna need a good Chinese language learning structure. You know, audio, books, apps, websites, video, it's all out there. And there's so much of it. No wonder you're lost. So you need a blueprint and you need to choose what kind of Chinese house are you going to build? Is it going to be more like a DIY, choose your own adventure approach? You remember those old school choose your own adventure approaches? They're like little chapter books, but you could always make decisions and that would change the story and the story would end sooner or later. Am I the only one who liked those? Or are you going to do like the guided book study approach? Today, we're just gonna talk about one method. It's the guided book study approach, which is a lot more suitable for beginners. Let's hit the books, shall we? So I'm gonna tell you how to do this guided book study approach. This is the same kind of thing I teach members of my DIY Chinese challenge, which is literally guided learning practice. Me teaching you how to learn Chinese so that you can self-study and progress more quickly and never feel like you absolutely must go to another class. Again, link for that program is in the descriptions below. Thanks for signing up. I hope to help you. So the big problem with a textbook or language learning book is that they have a very narrow range of vocabulary. And the reason that is because this book is made by super educated PhD and master's holding individuals who must submit a book plan that is cohesive to a publishing house that specializes, I guess, in language teaching. Now, you know that the first chapter has to connect to the second chapter, which has to connect to the 14th chapter, pedagogically sound. Is that the right word? Tell me below. And in order to make all that work, they sacrifice something. In this case, it tends to be real world language. You probably feel like this yourself. You studied Chinese in 1 or 2 semesters of college, maybe 3, maybe you studied in China, and you finished and you feel like you still can't speak. There is a reason for that, because you didn't get exposed to enough sentence patterns. So you gotta supplement. That's the first thing you must do, supplement with another resource. See, just about every language book has a transportation chapter. So instead of only learning the transportation vocabulary and some of the few sentences that they teach in the text, the dialogue, you know, the vocabulary list with like 40 words on it, and a few, literally a few, maybe 6 if you're lucky, worksheet kind of workbook exercises, why don't you go to YouTube? In fact, look what I did. I typed in Chinese transportation and look at the results right here on the screen. And so you can be exposed to other things that go along with what you're studying. You also want to supplement with audio. That way you can get your tones and your intonation across phrases better. So you'll have much more richer vocabulary and you'll have better sounding Mandarin as you speak sentences because you supplemented with the right thing. And also, no, for real though, I'm not a big fan of this. It wouldn't hurt to pick an app like Duolingo or Lingo Deer or Chinese Skill or Hello Chinese. But only one, okay? Because if you're starting off and you have a beginner-ish book, then chances are the app that you pick will also have some of the language that you're studying and that you also saw inside of a video. And as they form this virtuous circle of learning, your language will be the better for it and you'll have a better command of Mandarin and all the benefits that you know you wish you had, you'll finally have. Hey, while you're here, tap or click on that video up there if you want to speak and or learn Mandarin faster. I got some good tips for you. Good study, day up.